Salutare, fratilor, justice wolf here. Before I go ahead, I'm just going to apologize. I know this video is a bit late. I just didn't have time to actually get it done until today, so I hope you guys forgive me. And again, as I said previously, I'm going to try to get this on time next week. Alright, so today it's not going to be a gameplay in the background. The reason is because I want to concentrate on the creator class system. I want to show you guys basically what I use, what perks, what guns, what attachments, what score streaks, all that. So I'm probably going to do 3 episodes. First we're going to look at the perks. The second episode is going to be about the actual class setups and the score streaks. And lastly, we're going to look at the attachments as well as equipment. Alright, so without delaying any longer, let's have a look. So these are mainly my class setups. I got Chill Bro, Shoot First, Zbang, that's mainly because of EMP, Universal Soldier, and Mosquito Spray. But anyway, let's go through the actual perks now. So we got lightweight. Now, definition of lightweight is move faster, take no damage when falling. So lightweight, not very useful for me, as you guys know, I'm not a rushing type of guy. I do like to play conservatively. I do like to take my time, watch enemies, watch the map. So for me to move faster is not really a benefit. There's other perks in this perk 1 slot that I like to use. Second perk in perk 1 is Hardline. Now Hardline definition is earn score streaks faster. Since I'm the type of guy that runs the low streaks, like I said in my last episode, I don't really find Hardline that useful. I mean, of course, if you're running higher kill streaks, then a big discount on those points will be quite beneficial. But in my case, again, Hardline is not really that important. I do use it when I do play domination, any kind of objective gameplays. I find it that then it does have a good spot to sort of get lightning strikes faster or hailstorms to keep the enemies at bay. The next perk is Blind Eye. Now Blind Eye's definition again is undetectable by AI controlled air support. Now if you look through my setups really quick, you will see that I do use Blind Eye, but not really on the main classes. The only ones I use are mainly if I do want to take air support out, because what that does, it obviously gives you a chance to actually shoot back at the enemy. So I will run that on any kind of air support class if need be. Now the next perk, Flak Jacket, is definition is take less explosive damage, is arguably the most useful perk in perk 1. That's actually support from explosive. It's quite powerful. I've been saved by this perk so many times in domination and in general in objective gameplays that I tend to just use perk 1 greed and always pair it up in my perk 1 slot. Flak Jacket, I really can't praise it enough. You guys need to try it. If you know the enemy is using a lot of equipment, then yeah, Flak Jacket is a definitely must run. The final perk in perk 1 slot is Ghost. Now definitely my favorite perk in this category. For my style of play is really a must have perk. I use Ghost pretty much 90% of the time. Ghost definition is cannot be detected by enemy UAVs while moving, planting or defusing bombs, or while controlling score streaks. Now Ghost paired with Cold-Blooded, it's a really powerful tool. You'll see later, I'm going to go a little bit more in depth about this particular perk, probably a full episode, because it's got a lot of value and it's not really a camping perk anymore. It totally transformed into something that I highly recommend. Alright, so we move on to the second category, the perk 2 slot. First we got Toughness. Again, this probably will be the most favorite perk of the Call of Duty Black Ops 2 community. I've hardly seen anyone not running this perk on their actual setup. Toughness definition is flinch less when shot. Now basically this is the same as Focus in Modern Warfare 3. It is quite a powerful perk. The way I use it, I definitely would highly recommend this, just because I pick my gunfights from a distance, from the side, and if I do get surprised and the enemy shoots back at me, I want to make sure I keep my target on the enemy and take them down. Next we have cold-blooded. Now, cold-blooded definition is resistant to targeting systems including dual band target finder, sensor grenade, MMS, and player control aircraft. No name or red crosshair when targeted. Now, cold-blooded, again, I pair this, as I said, most of the times with Ghost. It's just got a very, very beneficial combination, which I will definitely speak on later in another episodes in terms of my tactics and map control. But the advantage of cold-blooded, yes, most people use it to avoid dual band target finders, MMS, and things like that. I mainly use it for the second benefit, which is the no name or red crosshair when targeted. And just trust me when I say a lot of people are very surprised about this. A lot of people still don't know what this actually does, and you'll get a lot of people by surprise using this perk. The following perk, Fast Hands, I never was a big fan of this perk. It keeps returning in every Call of Duty series. I guess it can work very well when you're throwing equipment out, because obviously you can throw it much faster. The definition of Fast Hands by the book is swap weapons faster and use equipment faster. Reset the fuse when throwing back frag grenades. Again, due to my style of play, I personally don't use this. I found myself using it when I'm running a riot shield and I'm trying to use a concussion grenade to get a cheap kill. But other than that, I don't particularly like this perk. Next we have Hardwired. Now, Hardwired, I'm not really sure what went wrong with this. I'm pretty sure these developers had some good ideas with Hardwired. The definition of it is immune to counter UAV and EMPs, but that's pretty much all it does. There's a lot of strong perks in perks to just have that benefit, so I'll definitely give it a miss. And finally, in the second category, we have Scavenger. Scavenger has changed over the years, but again, it's a returning perk from Call of Duty. Scavenger's definition is replenish ammo and equipment from enemies killed by non-explosive weapons. Okay, in Black Ops 2, there's a lot of tricks you can do to sort of replace Scavenger. Again, I will definitely discuss this later on, but I don't find the need for Scavenger to be that great in this Call of Duty in particular. The only time you would see me use if I want to replenish my EMP grenades, or I'm using a lot of equipment, or I'm running a gun that has a really strong fire rate and I'm running out of bullets. I mainly give Scavenger a miss on most of my classes. Just if I'm definitely having that extra slot and I could use it, then I'll probably pair it for Scavenger. And finally, we come to the third category of perks. So perk 3, we got Dexterity. Definition by the book is aim faster after sprinting, mantle, and climb faster. Dexterity is definitely a good perk, and sometimes I do use it if I'm sort of having a faster sort of gameplay. If the enemy demands that, I mostly like to play by my own rules, keep the game light, and just sort of not rush. But when I want to be with the gun ready and I want to make sure that I don't get surprised by enemies around the corner, I'm definitely running Dexterity. In my Shoot First class, I'll definitely explain the pairing with Quick Draw and how you can take advantage of Dexterity the most. Second perk in perk 3 is Extreme Conditioning. Definition is sprint for longer duration. Now, Extreme Conditioning has changed again from Call of Duty to Call of Duty. In Black Ops 1 had the biggest benefit, which you had unlimited sprint. Now, since in Black Ops 2 it only gives you about double the sprint, I don't necessarily think it's a good perk. There's a lot of other strong perks in this category that can replace it, and for that benefit alone, I'll give it a miss. Next perk we're going to discuss is Engineer. Definition is show enemy equipment in the world, delay triggered explosives, reroll, and booby trap care packages. Now, Engineer, I guess it's a very useful perk. I mainly use it for map control to sort of see where the equipment are. Possibly there's a guy behind them. But what the most best benefit from Engineer is that it delay triggered explosives. So if someone's running a claymore and camping in a room, you can pretty much just walk past it, kill the guy, and by then the claymore would probably trigger. The next perk is Tactical Mask, and by definition is reducing the effect of flashbangs, concussion grenades, and shock charges. Now this perk is really useful, is definitely my go-to perk in this category. I just think that effect of the reduced flashbang, concussion, and shock. It's so great. It just basically means that you have immunity to these three. Definitely a must. Regardless what type of gameplay you play, there's always going to be someone throwing stuff at you around corners. Definitely a perk to have on. Next we have Dead Silence, and I'm going to pair this with Awareness as well. Dead Silence definition is move silently, and Awareness is enemy movements are easier to hear. Now Dead Silence is being nerfed. It's not as good as you would think in this Black Ops 2. Even with a good pair of headset, it's really hard to hear enemy footsteps. I personally use it as an individual perk just because it completely reduces the noise you make when you reload and the callouts you do, which obviously can give your enemy your presence. Okay, Awareness, not so great. I believe that they just need to give it some kind of benefit to make it compete in perk 3. That being said, it's definitely a good combination to use in hardcore gameplays as well as search and destroy. So something that obviously doesn't create a lot of commotion, a lot of noise, a lot of gunfights. Then you can take advantage of this combination. Alright guys, so that's basically the episode on the perks. What you should take from this is basically just this information. In perk 1, the most useful perks that you will probably want to try out are Flak Jacket and Ghost. In perk 2, the most useful combination is probably Cold-Blooded and Toughness. And in the third perk, you definitely need to look at Tactical Mask as well as Dexterity. In my next episodes on class setups, I'll definitely explain and show you which class setups I use these perks and which ones I'll actually think that you can get the most advantage out of it. So look forward to that, guys. Thanks so much for watching. I know it was a pretty long episode. It did took me a while to actually edit all these clips and get this out to you, but I really hope this episode was beneficial and you can probably eliminate some perks that you're trying out and weren't sure exactly what to use them and when to use them with. That being said, guys, again, thank you so much for watching my videos. Look forward to posting new content next week. Finally, I'd just like to say, just to throw a shout out to Jung, my boss. Since it's 2 in the morning now, I hope he really doesn't crack the whip tomorrow morning when I'm probably gonna be half asleep on my desk. So that's about it, guys. Thank you so much again for tuning in. Till next time, Justice Wolf out.